Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Parrot. With the ETF potentially going live this or next week, we should be thinking, how high could that take Ethereum? I want to talk about that in preparation for potential upside on Ethereum. I want to bring the strongest altcoins from the technical point of view. I'm going to do an overview of 15 altcoins that are either breaking out or just about to break out. Guys, if this is the type of content that you like to watch, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload one of these videos. And if you feel like supporting this channel, watch this video until the very end and do not go anywhere without leaving a comment down below. That's really helping the channel to continue growing. To start the video, I'm gonna give you an overview of what's going on with Ethereum. It shouldn't surprise you that if Ethereum is not doing well, we should not expect a lot from the altcoins as a whole. Of course, there's always outliers, coins that start popping and going higher while Ethereum is in a downtrend. But as a rule of thumb and for my own safety, I rather looking into the altcoins, respecting the flow of the money in crypto. After the run to almost $4,000, Ethereum reverted all the gains back to where it came from at $28.82. And although this looks like a double top in principle, this was the same shape that we were seeing on Bitcoin right before the BTC spot ETF got approved. Right after that, we had a period of consolidation and a little bit of bearishness after the approval. During this period, the price started creeping up very slowly in a sneaky way, giving the perception to traders that it was going to be a sell the news event. So yes, we need to be prepared for a little bit of volatility, especially on the day and the weeks right after the approval. But since we've been selling so much because of Bitcoin, the reversal could be pretty intense to the upside as well. One of the things that I'm currently tracking is the performance of one of my indicator, Cerberus. This indicator looks in the ratio between all the stable coins and all the crypto market, and it has given me very good entries in the past. Right now, we are on a second consecutive warning buy, and that to me is the signal to start paying attention. On the other hand, we have broken out from this weekly pattern on the Ethereum BTC pair. We broke out on January, and since then we've been forming this channel to the upside, and the price hasn't yet followed up with that. This means that this is a pressure cooker about to explode. There is a high likelihood that Ethereum is getting ready to outperform Bitcoin at least for a full season. We can also see that the Bitcoin dominance, it's seeing a rejection on the weekly from this white trend line, and you know what that means. And of course, this is still a candle in progress. We have seen multiple times fake outs where we end up closing the week back above support. But if we were to close the weekly here, that will mimic what the RSI already told us way up front. You can see we broke this trend line 20th of May, and the price is just catching up in July. If we were to close the weekly like this will constitute another lower low for the momentum. Altcoin season lives around here. You can see total free, the full structure of the RSI during the bull market, and this candle in green here is bouncing on the red support that represents the same as this trend line on the RSI. If we close by Sunday pointing upwards on the weekly here, again we put another point on top of the table for a massive narrative for a reversal of total free to the upside. So if you are not looking at when to enter into the market, I'm not telling you to rush in and just start buying anything, but start doing some shopping, look around for strength, look what coins are showing the most resilience, what sort of signals are starting to trigger, and with patience and full focus, start deciding which coins are better for you. In today's video, I'm also going to introduce a new tool that I have never used before for altcoins. This tool comes from High Block Capital, which, by the way, there's a link in the description with a massive discount. Make sure you have a look. You can create this particular screener By using these settings, use a data explorer, select screener, scan multiple coins across one indicator, and in this particular one, I'm using the open interest and I'm selecting all the coins in the market for the past 3 months. I'm also selecting relative to itself instead of relative to the market. And what we are seeing here in light yellow are areas that relative to the coin are extremes of open interest. And we got two extremes, the extreme yellow and the extreme purple. Extreme yellow, it means that there is a lot of open interest. And if you remember what is open interest, it means that there is a lot of positions in the market. That could be lots of longs, lots of shorts. You cannot distinguish, but you know that the exposure in the market calls for an area of interest. At the moment, we have in very intense yellow TIA with 77. Yesterday it was at 100%, and guess what? The coin started selling right after that, after having a massive run to the upside. Another coin that is in very intense area of open interest is 1000 Satoshis with 91, followed by TRX with 83 and TON with 70. Now we're gonna go through each of the coins very quickly. I'm gonna mention where are the areas of support and resistance, bullish breakouts from RSI, an overview of where we are in terms of volatility from the cross-V ratio, socials from lunar crash, and whether the shorts are very exposed, which is one of the best alphas to take along. Starting with Ethereum, you can see that in this candle in progress, we have approached resistance, and so far we are slightly above that resistance. If we were to close the daily at these prices of 31, 3200, I'm pretty sure that this will stay there as a breakout, in which case this is going to start looking very promising. I believe that Bitcoin is in a very similar place, a little bit more humble in terms of the breakout, if you ask me, compared to Ethereum that is way above it. We're gonna see that some other altcoins that I have picked for you are even better than Ethereum, taking the lead. Just hold on the horses because I'm gonna show you where is the strength in the market. If you're liking the content, don't forget to hit the like and leave me a comment down below if you want to see your coin in the next video. If you mention a coin in the comments, I will cover it in the next altcoin video that I make. Ethereum has printed a very rare cross-V ratio signal. In here, you can see that we have a bunch of them. All of them ended up bouncing to the upside, not to mention that the bottom of the market and the best areas of recovery during the bull market have been flagged by the cross-V ratio, like we can see in this area, followed by this push up. And also, we are bouncing right at the support that took us all the way to 4,000. In fact, the price is right here at the same price that we have for the breakout. So hopefully Bitcoin continues to behave, not breaking the recent low, because that potentially might spoil the party for Ethereum and the altcoins and delay it slightly further. I can also see that very recently on the 6th of July, the shorts were to the very extreme in terms of the ratio against the longs. And that constitutes an amazing alpha for entering long. You can see the delta printed right there, and we are reacting to this. The longs are stepping in and crushing the shorts that enter very long where they actually shouldn't. I will never short an area of support. That doesn't make any sense. But since the price went below support, the shorts started getting confidence, and guess what? They were wrong. Let's go with NEAR. Yesterday I reviewed this in a video with Paul Baron in his channel, and we were slightly below of the area of resistance. Today we are touching the resistance, we are testing it. You can see that the price hasn't done that yet. As usual, the RSI precedes what the price does. So if today we saw an RSI above 44 for NEAR, that is going to look really great position to be. And the golden entry was when cross-V ratio was at a price of 4.2. Right now we are at 4.8. Potentially the breakout is going to come in when the price is about $5, but that will give you a little bit more conservative entry. The next areas of resistance are 6.2 and 7.6. If you are into a swing trade, those could be the initial areas where I will take partial profits. BNB maintains the position of the breakout that we saw yesterday. Still, in my opinion, lows of shorts. The longs are stepping in, managing to progress with the breakout. I guess that the shorts are gonna come in, try to push this below this area of support. If they fail, we might see continuation to $600, which was an area that got the price constricted before we went to all-time high at $700. We got a delta signal there as well, and the socials, you can see that Binance was down performing here. That's a typical behavior that in confluence with too many shorts tends to revert the price to the upside. Pepe is also a resistance. We have a cross-fee ratio. The price is below resistance as well, but the RSI is getting very close to get a breakout as well. The longs are stepping in. There's some strength here coming from the longs, so there is a chance that they might manage today or tomorrow to see. I'm not taking any trade until I see that this closes above this resistance. Earlier, I was showing you in this tool from High Block Capital that TIA was 100% in the yellow area of the open interest. That called my attention, and when I came to the chart, I noticed that it was at 55 on the RSI after a big breakout, and too many longs enter to the top of the range. As the longs get exhausted and come back in from here to these lines that are calculated based on percentile nearest rank using statistics. Therefore, coming back in here is calling for a short. At the moment that I saw the signal, the price was at $7 and right now it's at $6.7. We will have to see if the longs are going to manage to sustain this move to the upside or if they're gonna see a similar rejection like we saw here, where you could have taken a short for 62% to the downside. Pretty impressive. With the same signal. BCH is also right at resistance. All eyes on this breakout. We have cross-fee ratio, we have delta cross right here. Longs are not exhausted, poor performance on the socials. So this is really calling again for another breakout. FTM, same story, same arguments. LTC, the same story, another one for my short list in terms of technicals. MNT is getting very close to a breakout. Unfortunately, there is not information of open interest for this symbol, so we cannot use the delta longs and shorts. This indicator is included in the subscription with VIP. Remember that if you use Bybit, you can get a 70% and get access to all the VIP indicators that you're seeing here. The cross-fee ratio is included with the VIP of lookintobitcoin.com. I use it because just I fell in love with this volatility indicator. Let's go with Link. Many people are asking me if I'm holding Link. I am holding Link and we are in a very good position here. You can see that we have two consecutive percentile cross-fee ratio signals in here. We are right at resistance. We have some poor performance in the socials for a period of time, which calls for a reversal, and the shorts are at the very extreme low end. Still don't get to the wide band, but it's getting very close to get that golden entry. And since we have sold out to $12, this might be a great call. I have noticed that multiple coins are showing a head and shoulders pattern on the daily, whether it's with a horizontal neck or sometimes with a little bit of slope on the neck. You can see it with MNT, slightly with the FTM, a bit destroy the pattern, but still a head and shoulders with BCH, which is something that is calling my attention as well. You always have to recognize all patterns. I don't like to have a bias 100% to one side. So the way I'm treating this situation is I'm gonna let Ethereum tell me what's next for the next weeks, and I will keep very close this short list. So whether we enter here or we see further downside from BTC and Ethereum, and then we enter even from lower. Stay tuned, follow me on Twitter. Whatever decision I make, I'm gonna share it there publicly. STX still doesn't have a global breakout or still doesn't make it to the top resistance, but is having a local breakout in here. We're also seeing the cross-fee ratio, but we need to wait for the longs to cool down a little bit because they are already enjoying a nice swing to the upside. We don't chase the price following people that are already making money and are about to dump on you. So we need to wait for the longs to slow down to have potentially a retest of this trend line, and that could give you a better entry with lower risk to reward. EOS is in the process of breaking out right now today. Ideally, we are going to recover this area. This was a strong level of support at 0.51, and you can see that we are approaching it from below. So if we regain that 0.52, this will constitute a magnificent deviation. Trapping shorts right there, this could be the beginning of something. So attention to EOS, because this breakout here with the cross-fee ratio signals, we have 4 signals consecutive right after the shorts were extreme and the longs are stepping in, and I'm guessing that if they succeed to break out from here, they're just gonna crash those shorts. Core again is also on the way of a breakout, cross-fee signals, poor performance on the socials, it's all on the table. And last but not least, we have another meme coin. Shift has touched multiple times this line, and this is the 4th time that it touches it. It's very close to a breakout. It's been selling out and testing this area of support here, which could be the area that pushes up. Again, same setup. You lost support, big week to the upside, regain support, and right now we are back above it. So I see big potential on this. I remind you that all coins that are still below the trend line can get rejection from there. So be patient, do not enter from below the line. Guys, if you want to trade any of these setups, have a look at the links in the description. I have the best exchanges deals that you can find, but right now I want to highlight this one with Bybit because it's offering up to 30,000 in rewards, and not just that, you can actually benefit from using my referral link to get up to 70% discounts on TTP subscriptions. That is going to give you access to all VIP or observer indicators. So go to the tradingparrot.com, have a look at all the list of indicators, all the signals per selection. Join my Discord server if you have any further questions about how to connect Bybit and get the discounts, or if you just want to say hello and join our community of traders and bot masters. See you on the next one. Bye bye.